So when did you first get introduced into hip hop?
I see the first time I really got introduced to hip hop, it was like I was super young though, bro. There was this TV show called That's Incredible.
That's incredible. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's super old school though, bro.
Okay.
This is like early '80s, and I just remember like I was just that kid, you know, like I didn't see nothing.
Uh-huh.
So you know, like I was like had GI Joes playing,
Yeah, yeah.
and this TV show came on, and it was like there's a new exciting dance called breakdancing. You know, so I was like, okay, you know, like
Yeah, yeah.
just being like a young black kid, we always loved to dance.
Is this like early 90s or like
Early '80s.
late 80s?
Early '80s.
Early 80s, shit.
Yeah. So they said there's a group called the Dynamic Rockers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I was like, okay, you know, so I put my toys down, said I'm gonna watch this and see what it is. And then they showed the Dynamic Rockers. They go in the Brownstone Projects. This is a group that they use this dance, you know, so they wouldn't be fighting. They would do a combat dance, and it's called breakdancing.
Yeah.
And they show the Dynamic Rockers like they were up rocking in the
Yeah,
streets.
yeah.
They're flipping and like doing stuff in the streets. And then they go to this roller ring. Come to find out, I think it's called Roller Ring USA.
Okay.
And it was a battle between the Dynamic Rockers versus the Floor Masters. The Floor Masters later became the New York City Breakers. This is before Big Street.
Uh-huh.
So they battle it out, and the commercial ends, and then the lady said, "That's incredible."
That's tight.
And then from there, I was like, yo, like,
That must be crazy.
that was crazy because I've never seen anybody out on the street,
Yeah.
but I would see people pop.
Oh,
My
yeah?
uncles and them were.
Yeah.
Because popping started on the West Coast first.
Yeah, and it's a little bit older too.
Right, it is, yeah. Poppin', as far as I know, like, I understand it, like, talking to P&M, if I'm right, I'm going to say between, like, 77, 78.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Poppin', he got into Poppin' in 78.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to put it around that era, 77, 78.
Okay.
You know, breaking it come to the West Coast to, like, 81.
Okay.
Yeah, 1981 is when breaking
Yeah,
came to
that's
the
when it
West Coast.
first was like
Yeah,
put
well,
on TV and shit.
right, when it was on TV and everybody wanted to do it, but we was watching what's happening, you know, when Rerun and Roger, they was
Oh,
locking.
yeah.
Locking started on the West Coast is probably 70, 74, 75.
Okay.
So locking came first, popping, and then breaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. I remember watching freaking Mr. Rogers or something.
Yeah.
And there was like a b-boy on there. I was like, oh dude, Mr. Rogers knows what's up. That's tight.
Yeah, I seen that later too. I thought it was a little bit kind of weird because Mr. Roger was always mellow.
Yeah, he's just like,
Hey.
who wants to be my neighbor? I think it's a bunch of b-boys.
Yeah, this little kid come with the cardboard and he's like, let's see what you can do. Like, all calm. Honestly, I've never seen that until it came out later.
It was definitely a weird thing, but I was like,
Because it was like, it was so mellow. It wasn't like the culture.
Yeah.
It didn't have graffiti.
The little kid didn't try to battle Mr. Rogers or nothing.
Yeah, he just went out and laid out the cardboard. He was just like, hey, boys and girls.
Hey, boys and girls, who wants to see a windmill?
Yeah, so he did the
Go for it, b-boy, spin a Rooney or whatever the fuck.
Right. So he did it all calm and everything, and I never seen that until like later, you know. But
yeah, I didn't see it till freaking 2000s or whatever. But I was like, dude, this. I mean, but I think it came in the 80s or whatever.
Yeah, it came in the 80s. I can definitely tell this.
I seen it. I was like, dude, this is tight.
Right.
Freaking Mr. Rogers had breaking on. He's ahead of his time, I guess.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, like the b-boys, like we had a certain look that we always carried ourselves with.
Yep.
You know, we was in love with the windbreaker. If that's all you had,
Yeah.
if you had a pair of jeans, that windbreaker told somebody across the street that you was a b-boy.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody wore
I got
like,
so many freaking windbreakers, and
Yeah.
my wife is like, yo, these windbreakers are busted, yo.
Yeah.
Get rid of them. You look like a freaking 10-year-old or whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, these are tight.
The windbreaker was everything.
It is everything.
It was everything because that's the way you can do the backspin. That's how you get your spins is with the windbreakers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So what do you think about like the thing where it's like you gotta wear all Nike or you gotta wear all Adidas or whatever? What do you think about that?
Honestly, Kurt, my opinion, like, to me, like, breaking has coordination.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna wear an Adidas suit, it makes sense to have some Adidas shoes.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that because when I was coming up, when I first seen like breaking, it was like the drug dealers that on my corner, like they were the ones that had money. So you will never see a drug dealer wear like an Adidas suit, like with a Adidas jacket with some Nike bottoms and then some Reebok shoes. If you wore it, it was top to bottom. It was top to bottom, bro. Like if you had a Fila jacket, you had some Fila shoes. So I took that. It was like matching always meant everything to me.
Yeah.
So if I had a Puma jacket, I never wanted Adidas shoes.
Oh yeah.
I wanted the same color to match the way that the jacket looked.
Oh yeah.
Because it was the older dudes who they were like our mentors. It was the fashion because they were the ones that, after they did their thing, they were making like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a day though. So they could buy that stuff. But us as youngsters, we will always be like, when we got money, like we want to look like those dudes.
Oh yeah, okay.
So that's where the coordination came in. And then we took it into I took that approach into breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, my thing was always if I had Nikes or whatever, then I would try to match it, or Adidas, I'd try to match it. But the shoes I've always loved are Asics.
Okay.
And their clothes are fucking whack.
Yeah, the Asics.
But anyway, I would always have trouble doing that kind of matching, and so I just kind of was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Also, when everybody was always saying, "Oh, you gotta match," I was like, "No, I don't."
Okay.
And so I would purposely just do something just to throw them off a little bit.
Yeah. I know that was the thing too. When I would go to Sacramento's in the '90s, but not too many people was matching. It's like to me.
Yeah, no.
It's to me, Abe started the Velcro movement.
Oh, the
Velcro
Walmart
shoes. Yeah,
Velcro shoes. Yeah.
Honestly, I seen. I'm telling the truth. Abe's probably gonna watch this, but I seen Abe and them wearing the Velcros. And then it was all the B-boys in Sacramento started wearing Velcros.
Dude, everybody had those shoes.
Those was the shoes.
It was the shoes. I mean, those were comfortable shoes.
Yeah, I bought them. I did it too.
I mean, hey, you're not a B-boy if you didn't.
Yeah, Velcros was Even though there was Puma and Adidas, Velcros you can go to Walmart. They're probably $9.99.
They might have been even cheaper than that.
Seven something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was cheap shoes that
they felt good.
Yeah, that's why everyone liked them was because for $7 or whatever, they're light, they're good. You're not too mad if you freaking scrape them or whatever.
Right.
So,
because you can go back and
you can just go get some more.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, same thing with the Walmart pants. They had the freaking sweatpants or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the ghetto life.
Yeah, it was very affordable because I think everybody at that time had $8.
Yeah.
I didn't have $50, $60 a pair of shoes until I got a job.
Oh yeah. I mean, same for me. I mean, it was hard to get shoes, and you would get a nice pair of shoes that was real comfortable, and then you saw them in the store, you try them on, and you're like, oh dude, I really want these shoes, but dude, I got $50 to put on these. Dude, I don't know. And then finally you buy them. And you're like, yo, I got the sickest shoes out. And then you're like, but dude, I don't want to break in them now because I'm going to fuck them up.
Exactly. If you broke in them one night, that was it.
Dude, that happened to me so many times.
I know. I was a victim of that. Bringing my brand new shoes. I wanted to look fresh.
And then you scratch.
By the end of the night, you're in that circle and everybody's spilling sodas. People are stepping over you to get in the circle.
Yeah.
You're doing slides. By the time you got out, the soles was either peeled off, all the sides are scraped up. Your shoes are pretty much done.
Yeah. And then people who don't break always wonder why I have so many shoes or why B-boys have so many shoes, and it's because of that.
Yeah.
It's I to be honest, I usually have 2 pairs of shoes. So for these ones, I don't break in these, but I love them so much that I have another pair. Same style, different colors, but so that I can break in them. And then I can wear these, so it's it turned into that kind of thing where I had to buy 2 pairs. Now that
I would do the same thing. Yeah, I would have a pair of Converse to only break in, and a pair of Converse just to go out.
Yeah.
And the ones I would go out with, I would never break in them.
Yeah.
And I would get a rag and I would wipe them down real. Even if I didn't break them, I want them to look fresh. So when it was time to go out, I was like, I seen the broke ones, and then I seen the fresh ones.
Yeah, and so this happened to me a ton of times. Is when with the Chuck Taylors, I'd have 2 pairs of them, and the old pair would get so effed up that they're torn and whatever and falling apart, and the sole is coming out, and it's alright, it's time to get rid of these ones. Now my dope clean pairs are now my breaking shoes and I'd buy another pair for the clean, for the clean.
I would do the same thing too. Yeah.
There's a constant rotation with shoes.
Yeah. I feel like my shoes always have to be clean, even if I broke, because somewhere during that time we're going out. And if your shoes, to me, like women, when they notice your shoes, they'll be like, "Oh, this fool, like he's kind of whacked though." But if your shoes clean, you kind of at least got some looks.
Yeah.
You kind of at least had a chance
What's
to
that
still.
scrape mark on your shoe?
Yeah, because they would look at your shoes, and if your shoes was blasted, you can be a dope dancer, but they wasn't feeling it. Bro.
Yeah, I mean they're like, "Oh yeah, he's a dope dancer," but that pocket is real empty.
Yeah, or look at the shoes though, like they tore up at the bottoms, so.
Yeah.
Try to somehow like keep them decent.
Yeah. So so the thing, when I was younger, when I was like a teenager, and like I would go to a competition or whatever, and Abe would be like, "Hey, you should wear, whatever. You should look all clean and stuff." And I'm like, "Nah, dude."
Oh really?
And I purposely went to. There's a couple gyms where I purposely went there, and I used to paint a lot, and so I'd have this shirt that had paint on it and a hole, and I'd wear it to the gym.
Oh really?
Just to like just to say something. So
just to get everybody riled up.
Just to like, I don't know, just to be a piece of shit, I guess.
I remember everybody used to do that, bro. Especially like Circus Runaway. Those guys would come to the gym.
Well, yeah, they
look nothing like B-boys though, bro.
Circus Runaways I feel like they wore war paint, like they'd come out and they'd put some crazy like makeup on and wear some crazy outfits so that they look like
the warriors.
Yeah, like I imagine back in the days when there was like different tribes like fighting each other and shit, they put all this war paint on so that when you see them, you're like, that's not a human, that's a freaking demon or something. I feel like that's kind of what they were going for. So when you see them, you're like, oh shit, what is this? You get like shook a little bit, you know what I mean?
I think too, like just hearing from some of the guys, they did that because they wanted to be anti B-boy.
Yeah.
Because they feel like that foundation stuff, like like stop everybody copying Rocksteady. That was the thing out here. So the way that they could do that is to be the opposite of everything that wasn't a B-boy. They would put on foundation, they put blood on her, like, they'll wear the cure, the pants would be all shredded up. It just looked like The Walking Dead or something. And like B-boys hated that because we had a certain look. It was like, let's keep it fresh though, bro, like match.
Yeah.
So it was that conflict.
It was a clash, yeah.
It was a clash.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Yeah, no, they for sure did it on purpose.
Yeah, just to get everybody riled up. And they would have these battles where they would say the dark side versus the light side. Meaning like you would have all like the traditional B-boys during that time. And Rockstrike was in those battles.
Yeah.
It would be like Sub 4, the Renegades.
Sub 4, yeah.
Yeah, bro, straight up B-boys. We can talk about that too because that's Sub 4 is like
that was like D-Rock and
Sub 4 was there was a dude named let me correct Sub 4 for you. There was I can't remember all the members, but the main dude was Rockstrike, ground level. And then there was another dude named Manny. Manny's in Style Elements though right now. And Sub 4 stands for straight up B-boys.
Straight up B-boys, that's tight.
Yeah, straight up B-boys for life, Sub 4. Yeah.
Okay.
It made some noise though, bro.
I've definitely heard it.
You know what's crazy though too, Kurt? At one point in time, it was kind of like flex. Sub 4 was so big, like we were split up into twos. I remember I went to Sac State, and there was Sub 4 1, and there was Sub 4 2, and I entered with Sub 4 2. The footage is actually up. I'll put it up one day. And I ended up battling with Rockstrike. And in the finals, since Sub 4 kind of got through everybody, it was Sub 4 versus Sub 4.
Yeah.
Sacramento was mad though, bro.
Yeah,
it was like, how do these dudes come out here? And either way, like when we even beat Sub 4, they said Sub 4 was the winners. So we all kind of like laughed, like Sub 4 ended up even winning.
Yeah.
Because it's Sub 4 versus Sub 4. How Flex used to be like Flex Zulu versus like Mighty Zulu Kings, but it's still Flex.
It's the same crew, yeah.
It's the same crew. Legendary Steps versus like Flex
Flay.
Yeah, Flex Flay.
Or you just do Flex Flay 1 and Flex Flay 2.
I remember that. Yeah, bro.
I mean, because at that point there was a lot of members in the crew, so.
Yeah, it was.
It felt good to like dominate an event like that.
Yeah.
When you show up and you're like 10 people deep and you're just like running, you got like 3 teams and they're just running through the whole competition. It's dope.
Somehow Flex would just end up getting a win, and I know a lot of people hated Flex at that time, bro.
Yeah, see,
really?
They hated, and I joined, and I was like, I didn't understand the hate when I first started because I was just a teenager, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? And like, I roll up to like a Bay Area jam, and there was all these freaking people trying to battle me, and I'm like, yo, dude, I'm freaking 14. No, I don't know how old I was.
Yeah.
16 probably. And just all these people trying to battle me or whatever, and I'm just like, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah.
And it's like, you rolled to the jam with these dudes. Oh, damn, okay. And I wasn't even in Flex at that time, so.
You was legendary, or you gonna be a legendary status?
I think I joined legendary very soon after.
Okay.
Or maybe I was already in. Maybe I was. I don't remember. At that point.
That's the time when Rodney was a part of it too, right? Freak Rock.
Yeah, Rodney. Yeah.
You guys kind of like got in like almost at the same time.
At the same time, me and him got in.
Yeah.
Because we're the same age. We started breaking, or he started breaking way before me, but
okay.
We met at this old place in downtown Sacramento called the Washington Center, which was just this piece of shit community center. That remember Cold Chris? Yeah, from Devious Crew. He used to hold these like workshops or whatever there to teach like kids how to break and shit. And so he had this thing, and then I think he stopped doing it or whatever.
Okay.
But they had the community center still open on like, I can't remember what days. I think it was almost every day.
I think I heard about it though.
Yeah, and so Rodney was always there with like Swells, Les, I don't know, a whole bunch of Sacramento dudes that were young. And then I linked up with them because I was coming from like the North Sac area. So, you know, that was kind of the middle of the city really. So all the South Sac guys would come, all the North Sac guys would come, and we'd all just practice together. And we're all about the same age too, so we were just kicking it tough.
Okay.
And we would, you know, like I remember the first time me and Vince showed up there, people were like, who the fuck are these guys? And then we all like battled them or whatever, and then I don't know, after that we all became friends.
Really?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, I don't know, they had to test us, I guess, to see if, you know, we weren't trying to cause no trouble or whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, after that, it's like we became like pretty close friends with all those dudes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's how I met Swells. That's how I met Freak Rock.
Do you remember what year that was?
2004 maybe.
Oh, 2004?
No, it might have been maybe 2003.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was around that time. Yeah. And so yeah, and then we all just became friends and shit. And we started. I was in a crew. They were in a crew. We all would like enter jams together and stuff. It was kind of like we were all a crew together. I mean, there's probably like 3 or 4 different crews that practiced at that spot, and then Flex and them started running through, and then met us all, and then that's kind of how we got into there. We made legendary steps, and then eventually we all just went into Flex after that. So
I remember when Flex like was basically first introduced with J-Rock.
Yeah.
J-Rock, Cornet, Abe, and there was a dude named Chill from San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah, and they had Inner Alpha Fame. It was Alpha Fame, San Jose, and that was Flex, J, Abe, Chill, and Cornet. Yeah, there was
Cornet.
Yeah,
Cornet is so dope. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, I really want to get him on here because that guy has such a crazy story. I mean, like he's just such a dope b-boy. He's he went through this big issue with like a heart condition.
Oh, I didn't
like
know
he had
about
to
that.
have some crazy surgery to his heart, and once he recovered from it, he was like, man, I almost died. You know, like it puts the whole life into perspective, and he just started, cherishing every like moment really, and he's just breaking a ton, and he's still really dope now. He lives in Seattle, I think.
Yeah.
So, but I always looked up to him. Him and Tony the Tiger from Mad Action Crew.
Yeah.
Those two are probably the first guys that I ever saw that were like super fucking good.
Oh really?
Cause yeah, I remember going to like some car show jam, and it was a car show jam, and I seen Tony the Tiger with a broken arm. He had a cast on, looking like the freaking taco truck man. Like he had this mustache and stuff, and he's like kind of chubby. I was like,
yeah, Tony's always chubby.
Yeah, and I was just like, who the hell is this guy? Because he was just like, you know, near the cipher and stuff. I'm like, oh, he's just some dude watching. And then when they start the battles, I didn't even enter. So I was just there to watch, and then this fool, they call up Tony the Tiger, and it's like, oh, that's a funny ass name. And this fool walks up, and I was like, oh shit, this dude breaks.
Yeah.
And then he was straight killing it, and I was like, and he had a freaking cast on, and so he was just killing it, just running through everybody, and I think it was him versus Otai.
Oh yeah.
In the final battle.
Otai was dope, bro.
Otai was dope, and so Tony beat him with a freaking cast on. I was like, this.
Yeah. Little history about Otai was a part of a crew called Fatal Creation. This is way before like Tony and them. That was the first Modesto crew I remember was Fatal Creation. Yeah, and from Fatal Creation I got introduced basically to like Ivan, because there was this dance that we will all go to. You know, Naristan and Valentino and a dude named Jaime. They lived in Jaime was like basically him, Naristan, and Valentino, like they kind of had like this little clique group called PDA. I forgot what it means though, but like that was their thing, you know. And Arista honestly like shined up, like he shined like the hardest. Boogie T did too.
And for people who don't know, Arston is B-Boy Remind.
Ariston. Yeah, Ariston.
I can't say his name.
Yeah, Ariston.
Ariston.
Yeah, Ariston. Yeah, Ariston. Ariston. Ariston Rapoya. Yeah.
B-Boy Remind.
Yeah.
He'll have to remind me how to say that again.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting too because like, that was one of the main reasons why I remember him coming up with that name, because he used to always tell me when I go out on the floor, like, I'm the reminder. I'm going to remind you, like, you're going to remember me. Yeah. So that's why that's how he got the nickname Remind, because he wanted to remind you, like, who you're battling. And he came at you strategic. He didn't come at you sloppy. That's why they came out with the concept strategic monsters, but they came at you strategic, but they came at you like a monster.
Yeah, when I watched the old footage of him, I'm just like, this guy is so ahead of his time. It's
amazing,
crazy.
Bro.
It's like, and now you look at people and it's like, I guess when you look at the way people break, you see how much he influenced the whole scene. It's crazy because it's, you know, all the stuff he was doing, it's like fundamentals now.
I see it today. I see all these little leg slides that people go under.
All these little like hand things and stuff, these little, you know, they're kind of like abstract little hand movement for his footwork and stuff. It's like people took that concept and now they're going crazy with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he's the one who really started it.
And that was his thing.
You watch the footage from then, nobody was really doing it.
Nah.
I mean, Crumbs a little bit, I think, and then, yeah, I mean, it was mostly like the old style elements guys that were doing a lot of that stuff. Poe One, I think, was doing a little bit of it, but it's like, Remind was just, you know,
that was his thing. I remember when we would go to like certain jams, I would look at him on the floor, and I said think to myself like is that a new style of breaking? Because it was all about the rock steady. Like, let me see you do the.
Oh yeah, and he had like kind of a New Jack like kind of house move to him.
Like he broke the mold.
Yeah,
the mold.
He did. Yeah, he really did break the mold. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a lot of criticism for that though too, to tell you the truth.
But I mean, he did it right. That's what breaking is. It's a counterculture.
Yeah, you're breaking free. Breaking to like me and him means like we're breaking free of what you think about us. Yeah. To break free, like not to be like boxed up. Like you don't have to be like Rocksteady style.
I think that's why he was so creative too.
Yeah.
He still is creative. Yeah. I don't know if he still dances too much anymore.
Oh, he dances all the time.
Okay.
Like I've known him for about 27 years though, bro. Yeah. And like we stay in contact. I spoke to him about 2 weeks ago. He's just in a point in his life, like he's very creative, and he does. It's like he's creating his own journey, but honestly, bro, he's very in tune.
Yeah, yeah. And
he can still do power too. Ridiculous.
He had good power back in the days, and didn't like do it too much. But dude, that guy was fucking good at power moves, and I imagine he's still really good.
Oh yeah, he had learned power like kind of first, so just so he can have it.
Yeah.
But his style, like, he didn't want to be like just the guys that wore the helmet. He wanted to come at you with that, like, an abstract style. Because if you did Flair to Head, everybody did Flair to 90, Flair to 90, Flair to 90. That was like that was the combo. So he didn't want to just like, after you do a Flair to 90, he do a Flair to 90. He wanted to do something like slide on his head and grab his foot.
Yeah.
Grab both of his feet, and I'm just like, what is that?
Yeah. That's why I always liked him, because it was, and I think that's why he was so creative, is because he just wanted to, like, break the mold.
Yeah.
He said, you know, I see what everyone else is doing. I'm going to make them think I'm about to do that. I'm going to go on my head, but then I'm just going to slide forward and grab my feet.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh, that's a move I've never seen before, or whatever. What's that one freeze he would do? It was just like a regular head freeze or whatever, but it would look like he's about to like flip or whatever, and then just goes, pink, and I go, oh, what the hell? It just pops out of nowhere, and it's like not even the most difficult thing, but it's just like he tricked you into thinking that he was about to do something regular and then did something completely different, and you just go, oh my god. It's so simple too that why did I not think of that?
Right.
It's just, he's like brilliant for that.
Right.
And that's why I love him, because he's so freaking creative. Because I really think he just doesn't give a shit about like what people think, and he just wants to go do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. Honestly, there is a story to that, and you know, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna listen to this, because I want him to see this. During that time, like, I used to get on my head, and like I would do the same thing. And since we were breaking around each other, we used to feed off each other. And since I couldn't really do all that crazy stuff, I would go up on my head and pause. And then, like, I would straighten my legs out, and he would straighten his legs out. Or we would go up on our head, and we would just stop, and we would just roll over like a ball. And it was kind of like, I would do that, and he would feed off of that, you know? And then he put his own version onto it. And there was times where I'll be breaking, and back in the day, to have a song called Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll, to the left, to the right. So we would go to these raves, and we would be breaking, and DJ would be like, Tootsie Roll. And I would do the footwork, and I would do the Tootsie Roll, you know?
Damn.
And he seen that, and like, he basically, it was like a fun thing. Like, like, guys did that, I'm gonna do it. It was like an exchange. He seen me do it, and then he incorporated it into his moves. So it was like...
Yeah, he made that real popular too.
Yeah, he did.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it all started for me, because when we would go to raves, all the black girls, they would be dancing with Tootsie Roll. They would do the Tootsie Roll. So I was like...
And he was like, I got a Tootsie Roll for you.
Right. So what I would do, I would look at that, and I said, you know what? Let me do, like, because that was the dance for the time, but let me add it into breaking, because that's what breaking is about, taking something current, and then add it into breaking. So when I would do the forward stop,
and then you do the Tootsie
Roll,
Roll,
and
they're like, he's getting it,
right,
and they come and watch and whatever.
Right, and then that's how we kind of started getting more props from like the audience, because it was like, you think you got the Tootsie Roll too? That's our dance, you know? And so he would use it in competition. I would see him in the battle, and he would stop, and he would do it. But in my mind, I never took it as like, yo, he's stealing my moves. I was like, I'm glad he did it, because he took it to places that I couldn't go. Like, he was already traveling the world like in 97. I was staying local. Like, I lived in Madeira. You know, so I would watch these tapes, and I would see him in a circle, and he would do it, or he would do the little slide. That was another dance. You know? It was like a Janet Jackson. She did it. Michael Jackson didn't remember the time. Do you remember the time? So he would do it on his back. So
and then he'd flip over and then hit the freeze.
Right. So we was taking R&B concepts and adding it into breaking. Yeah.
That's tight. I mean, he's definitely such a product of that time, because it was like, you could totally tell that there's so much he really gathered the influence around him to make this style that just totally influenced, changed breaking forever.
Right. And then the background where he came from, like, he didn't come from like a wealthy background where like people had money, you know. I remember the time where like he was just rolling maybe with just like 2 pairs of shoes, but we wasn't really tripping on the shoes. It was like, that's kind of like all you have at that time, you know? Same thing with Ivan. Ivan didn't have a lot of stuff. We would go to the thrift stores, and we could find a Puma jacket for $2. It was used. So we used to wear like a lot of used stuff though, you know? And then eventually when they started winning money, making money, then that's when the wardrobe started getting updated. But the moves was already bananas. The moves was like dumb. It was like, it was like, sometimes we would like some people would be like, can I wear those shoes for the night? You know what I'm saying?
I remember those days.
Yeah. Hey, bro, what's up with your shoes? Like those are not
Borrow
those.
the shoes.
Yeah, you'll borrow the shoes for the
or
night.
borrow the jacket. Or
yeah, borrow the jacket for the night. It's really my clothes.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it made him look doper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man, those are some ghetto times.
Yeah.
I remember all of it. That's tight. Yeah, my dad has an interesting story about Remind. Well, I don't know if it's actually about him, but because he used to live in San Francisco, and he would clean some community center or whatever, and he said, I think he's told me this was like in the late 70s or no, this must have been 80s or something.
Okay.
But yeah, something like that. But he used to clean this community center, and he saw these two kids that would like break, and their dad was this Filipino dude or whatever that lived out there, and my dad swears that Remind is his son or whatever, because he's like, yo, he looks exactly like that dude that I know.
Bro, there's a dude that Massive look dead on him.
Yeah, and
he was confused. I used to get confused.
Yeah, I've never talked to Remind about it, but it's my dad swears that it's him, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. I mean, you gotta ask him. I wouldn't know shit about that, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
But so every time he saw me when I was a kid watching some Remind tapes or whatever, he's like, that looks like my friend, and I was like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Shit, dude. So I don't know. I'd love to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll pass the word to him. Like he's actually in California right now.
Okay.
Exclusive location. Won't give it out, but he's out here though, bro. And I want to do something with him too.
He's pretty low key nowadays.
Yeah, yeah. He's very private, which I do respect.
Yeah, it's good to be private. It's good to keep your privacy. I mean.
Yeah, because you don't want to know everybody. You don't want everybody to know where you're at. I remember there's a certain time.
It's none of their business to be honest.
Right. I remember there's a certain time when I really started excelling on the internet. People wanted to come from Europe. Like, can I come over to your house to watch tapes? And I'm thinking like, and these guys are dead serious. They're thinking about coming out, like flying, like just from like Russia, just to come over to my house.
Oh, that's weird.
And sometimes I'll just be like at night, and
they're trying to rob you, dude.
Yeah,